Testing, testing. Hello, beautiful humans. Hey, it's Jay, and I'm back. I guess welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I have done a video. I actually think the last video I did was my May plan with me, but I am back, and we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. So today, as you can see, this is my June plan with me. Now, I didn't really have a specific theme I was going for in June. I had my color palette, which are these three Tombow markers that you see, a blushy pink that I used for my setup pages, this taupey tan color, and then this very nice like warm toned green, and then the design aspect of stripes. And that's basically what my theme was. I guess I didn't really have a specific one in mind, but I knew that for June I really wanted to keep it simple. I'll be honest, I'm better, but I'm still dealing with some things. And June is a very busy month for me work-wise because I do work in education. I'm not a teacher, and I'm helping plan a few events like convocations, orientations, and so I really wanted something that was very simple to set up but also looked very neat. And as you can see, I got those really clean lines by using washi tape. Now, I have a lot of washi tape, probably more than I will ever need in my life, so I decided to use some washi tape that I had that I didn't really use much to create those boxes to get those clean lines when I did the run through with the marker, and you'll see that throughout. I'm just keeping it very simple and really honing down on what I need, but that is that first page. It's basic, but it still has some design elements that really catch your eye, and so I really like it. As usual, I always have to do my dashboard, and for this dashboard, instead of a quote, I pasted in this art image I found of Pinterest, which I really liked. It's just of a girl who has a laurel in her hair and she's looking to the side, but I don't know, it really spoke to me, so that's what I placed in the box underneath. But as usual, I do all of the jazzifying and adding of different elements after off camera, just because my brain functions better that way when I'm designing. It was also really interesting this month, as you'll see, because I'm reaching the last pages of my bullet journal, trying to figure out what spreads I wanted to keep at the beginning and how I was going to get all my important content along the weeklies to fit in these very last few pages. So you'll definitely see a lot of maximizing of space. Of course, at the top I have my brain dump, which is just another place for me to put things, and I'm just keeping it simple with these box shapes. I wasn't trying to get these perfect or anything, and just kind of let the marker flow where it wanted to flow, and that completes my first two pages. So this first page you see here is actually a combo page where I put my goals down as well as my gratitudes, and this is solely because I needed to maximize my page space, and I've always had these as a full spread, goals on one page, gratitudes on the other, but because I was running out of space, I thought I could condense them, and this is how I did it. So I had those brick tape in as the place where I was going to put the copy, so that top small box to list out all of my goals for the year, for the month, not the year, not yet. We'll do mid-year goals when we set up our next bullet journal, which I'm very excited for, and then all my gratitudes in that bigger box, and then the constellation washi tape you see there is where I'm going to put the titles of goals and gratitudes. To start this page off, I just decided to color the background of it the tan that I was using in those beginning pages, just because I thought stripes would take away from the content that I was putting there, and Also because I was using stripes to divide up the lines inside of these boxes. I wish I could play the audio of the tape ripping off the page because that was real ASMR. However, I was listening to Olivia Rodrigo's new album while I was filming this, and Macy Peters' new album as well. So you can just imagine the joy of ripping off that tape very smoothly. For my goals this month, I guess I'll delve into it now. So I guess my challenge for this month and my purpose kind of went hand in hand. My purpose for this month to be what is, not was, we haven't started yet, is to be more confident. I kind of felt like I wasn't as confident as I should be or I could be in May, and I am a very extroverted, outgoing person, but I think after everything that happened before I went on my break, I lost a little bit of that, and I'm really hoping to find it again. And so I'm challenging myself to a self-confidence challenge and to put myself out there, to hold my head up high and square my shoulders and just be proud of the process that we're making so far. In terms of create, I put down to make at least 3 YouTube videos because I've actually really missed making video content, as well as some TikTok videos. If you didn't know, I have caved. Thank you again, Sophie, for convincing me. I have caved and got a TikTok account, so if you want to follow me, it's at HEYITSJAI, JAI, but obviously you would know that because you see it here. Fun fact, that nickname came out of a spelling error, and now I'm stuck with it. My mood page, I'm doing a very similar setup to what I did in May, where I drew out the kind of shooting star towards the emoji at the bottom of the page to represent my mood for the day. But because we're doing stripes, my plan for the mood draw for this month is to actually kind of draw out the stripes to as far as it's going, to draw out the stripes as far as my mood of the day. Does that make sense? Was that proper English? I don't know anymore, but that's the plan. It's a very similar concept, but I actually really liked that mood tracker setup because there were some days where I was in between 2 of my little emojis, and so this really gives me some freedom to feel. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's early, it's snowing for some reason. I live in Canada, I don't live in the southern hemisphere, so it's snowing. It's usually not snowing this time of year, and yeah, but let's move on to the next page. This next one is my habit tracker, and for this I really wanted some clean lines in the stripes that I was doing, so I put down some washi tape to kind of create a thick bottom line, a thinner one on top of that, and then a bold top line to kind of give it a border. Now my habit tracker, wow, I have not done these in a while, and I guess that's why my brain can't figure out what to say. But my habit tracker is it's the same setup as I always do, with a weekly task section for all of my weekly habits, like doing laundry, making a YouTube video, taking out the garbage or the recycles, and then honing down on my specific daily habits, and that's always in the form of calendar stamps. I lost the footage, but as you can see, I have a piece of paper on the right hand side of the habit tracker that I just flipped up. That is for my monthly challenge. Why did I want to say daily? Technically it's a daily, okay. Bleh. But this is my 30-day self-confidence challenge. I saw it on Pinterest and I thought I would give it a try, and I'm hoping it helps boost my confidence. for this month and hopefully moving forward. If you have any self-confidence tips to share on how to boost it, please let me know, because yeah, it's been weird. It's been very weird, but I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm here. And I'm excited to make some more content. I have really missed it. And here is me, as you can see, just dealing with some really messy ink. Are we surprised at this point? No. I also had to, as you can kind of see there, use some of my thin washi tape to cover off the 31 each time I was doing the stamps, because June only has 30 days. And so this was just the process of stamp, put down the washi tape, stamp, peel the sticker, stamp. But it was nice. It was kind of relaxing. I don't know. I kind of like repetitive tasks. It gives you a moment, I guess, for your brain to kind of shut off. But it's still the same habits as normal, of my daily planner, taking my medication, trying to work out, language lessons. Speaking of language lessons, my Japanese lessons I've been keeping up with. My Korean lessons, however, we gotta work with that. Intermittent fasting, drinking water, and if you're listening to this is your reminder to drink some water, hydrate or dihydrate. And then my Conqueror Mission, which is basically the app that I use to run virtual marathons. I'm starting a new one in June, which is Hadrian's Wall, and I'm really excited for that because I learned about Hadrian's Wall in my first elective class of university. And I also just really love like Roman and Greek mythology, so there's that as well. And that basically completes the habit tracker. I think I say this in every video, but once you find something that works for you, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Stick with it and succeed. Next is my first weekly of June, and I got this idea from Pinterest with the 6 boxes because I did put the last week of May into my last weekly spread, the last day of May into my last weekly spread of May. I once again apologize for my brain not making sense. But I saw this concept on Pinterest and I thought I could adapt that to this weekly just because I only had the 4 work days, as well as I've been noticing that I'm not writing as much in my Saturday or Sunday boxes, so this would be a good way to utilize space. And then also have a box for my weekly task, things to know for next week, and then just my little box for YouTube so I know what videos I need to put out. If you have any ideas or suggestions for videos, be it games, bullet journaling related, songs, please let me know. Once again, I'm really excited to make content, and I love making content that you loves will enjoy. Or if you have any TikTok ideas as well, I'm still new to this, so if you have any tips on TikTok, once again, help your girl out. And as you can see at the top, I am just putting in kind of my 3 overarching weeklies, I guess. And then for the stripes aspect that I've tried to incorporate throughout all these spreads, I am taking that tan color again and going across both pages. There's me putting a book behind it just because I could not get it even, and just drawing those lines. This kind of reminded me of making those grid boxes. Was it my yes, during my January plan with me, which I think is one of my favorite spreads, even though I said that I don't really like all black and white, but I think it still turned out great. It's still one today that I try to gauge and try to get inspo from. And so I really liked playing around with that. I tried to put different sized stripes here and it kind of worked. I liked it. And I think that this is a really neat weekly spread type that would especially be useful on days where you, say, have a long weekend, or just know that you won't be doing as much throughout the week because it gives you a lot of space to write, but also a lot of area to add whatever design elements you are looking for. And the last thing I'm doing is adding my drink tracker. I, however, could not find the acrylic pad for it, but I did get it done, and here's the flip through. I hope that the last 5 months of 2021 have treated you well. I hope that you're staying safe, staying healthy, and really taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next one. Take care always. Jay.